Hello and congratulations on the purchase of your Blue Ridge. My name is Russ. I'm going to do an orientation video with you today. We're going to start right here in the front. So right here you have a vent for your battery. You have your front jacks extend and retract. So just hold the button down, move those jacks, and then you have your front docking lights up here. So those blue lights there. Nice storage in here as well as your battery. You do have two 30-pound propane tanks with a regulator right here. So this is pointing towards the tank that you're using. So right now, using this tank, if that one were to go empty, just give that a turn, open your valve, and you can use this tank while you fill the other one. .50-amp power cord, 25 feet long. Spare tires up in the front compartment. Nice big compartment area here. You do have your central vac. So right behind this is your bag. So just lift this up. This whole thing comes off. That's your bag there. And then you have a hookup right here so you can use the vacuum outside. Water filter. You do have inputs for cable and satellite. That's another one here. Another vent. Right here is your to use your water system, or if you're in winterized mode. So right now we are winterized, so it's up and down. When you're ready to use this, you're going to hook up your city water connection, which is in the back. I'll show you in a minute. Turn that water on. You're going to put this on normal, and then you're going to go through each faucet, including your outdoor shower, which is right here, and you're going to turn it on until all the antifreeze is out. So go through everywhere that runs water, including your toilet, your shower, all the sinks. Once you get all the water out, you're going to go to your water heater, put your plug in, your anode rod, tighten that up, and then you can unbypass your water heater. So put this on normal mode, because right now we don't want any antifreeze in it, so we have it in bypass. So just put it on normal mode. You'll hear your water heater start to fill up. If you want, or you want to make sure that your water heater is full before you turn it on, so just pull on this relief valve. If you get a solid stream of water coming out, you know it's full. You can also turn the hot side on any sink. As long as you get a solid stream of water, you know your water heater is full. And then you can turn it on. So right here, you have a switch here to turn the electric portion on. And then inside on your control panel, there's a switch for your water heater to turn the gas portion on. This is all electronic ignite, so all you have to do is make sure it's full and flip the switch. Nothing else you have to do with it. If you need to drain your water heater, just take this anode rod out and it will drain right from here. If you're not familiar with the anode rod, you have a metal tank. Instead of your tank corroding, this anode rod will corrode. So this will get eaten away over time. You'll probably have to replace this every 2 or 3 years. But it's supposed to do that. So we'll put that back in bypass and winterize, because we did winterize it. Right here you have a black tank flush. I'll go over that in just a minute. And then this is for winterizing. So once you have it in winterize and bypass, this hose will go into your antifreeze, and then you turn your water pump on, it will draw the antifreeze up throughout your camper. So this is the winterizing hose. You can have your hoses come up through the bottom here, so you can make sure this door is closed while you're camping. You have 3 wastewater tanks. You have a black tank, that's your toilet. Then you have a gray here and a gray here. So you just unscrew this, and that other gray handle is right in there. It's hard to see, but you're going to hook your wastewater hose up. Pull that black handle first. So you pull the black handle first, let the toilet water empty out, and then once that's empty, pull both of your grays. Your dirty sink and shower water is going to help wash the black out of your hose. So once they're all empty, close the grays, leave this black open. That's when you're going to hook a hose up to your black tank flush, turn it on, and it's like an upside down sprinkler system in your black tank. It's going to flush your tank out. So let that run for a few minutes. Once you're satisfied it's clean enough, turn your hose off, unhook it, close your black handle, and then put your cap back on down there. And that is everything over here. Right here is your furnace vent. Try not to block that. It does get very hot, so if you put anything in front of it that could melt, it probably will, so be careful of that. Vent that goes over your stove top, so make sure this flap is open if you turn that fan on. Otherwise, there are little clips here to keep that closed so bugs can't get in. Refrigerator vents, nothing you really have to do with those. And then you have your antenna for your radio. Back here you have a switch for your rear stabilizers. So extend and retract your rear stabilizers. They're just for stabilizing, not for leveling. So get the camper level first and then put those stabilizers down. That's going to help keep it from bouncing around inside. 50 amp power cord will go here. I highly recommend to use a 50 amp surge guard when you're plugged in at the park. And this is where you're going to hook your water up. So this is your city water connection, full hookup camping. Hook a garden hose up to that and you have water pressure from that garden hose going throughout your camper. If you're rustic camping, you're going to fill your freshwater tank right here, and that's when you're going to turn your water pump on. So your water pump's going to create that pressure drawing from your freshwater tank. If you need to empty your freshwater tank, you just take the little plug out right here and it will drain from there. You do have a ladder on here so you can get up there and do any maintenance you need to do. License plate will go there. If your stabilizers were to fail, there is a tool in the front compartment. You will crank it from right here. Your stairs just fold right up into the camper. So that's how they're going to ride. Just be careful when you're putting them in or bringing them out. There are pinch points on there. You have electric awning. The other side of your storage, this is that tool for your stabilizers in the back. And then you have output for a TV out here, and then your battery disconnect. So if you have this in the off position, that will turn all 12 volt off to your camper. Otherwise, keep that in the on position to use your camper, to use that 12 volt. And you do need to have this in the on position if you want your battery to charge. So if you're connected to your shore power or your vehicle and you want your battery to charge, that has to be in the on position. Hydraulics are in here. Nothing you really have to do with this unless you get a hydraulic leak. Just keep an eye on your fluids. And it looks like that is everything on the outside, so we're going to head inside next. Alright, just by your steps here inside your door you have your control panel. Right here you can test, see what your tank levels are and your battery level. So just hold the button down. That's your battery, says it's full. Freshwater tank empty, black and grays. So as your tanks fill, these lights will light up so you know how full your tanks are. This is a switch for your water heater to turn the gas on. You do have a tank heater on here, so if you're a late season camper, you're afraid your freshwater tank's gonna freeze up, you can just turn that on, and it's like it has heating pads on it, so it won't freeze on you. These are all lights right here. And then this red button is for your water pump. So if you are using that freshwater tank or you're winterizing, flip that switch on, your water pump will be on. Slide out, you have 3 slides on here and they're all used with one button. So they're hydraulic, so one slide will go in or out at this, and then it'll be followed by the other ones. So they're not all going to move at the same time, but you do need to have your finger held on the button until they're either all the way in or all the way out. Your awning, same thing. You're going to hold the button down till your awning's all the way out or all the way in. Light switches, this is for your ceiling fan. And then you can adjust the speed with the string that's on there. You have for your fantastic fan right here, which is right up there. So you have controls for that. Just turn it on here, and then you can adjust the temperature on here or your fan speeds. There's manual, fan speeds. So you can set a temperature on here. If it reaches that temperature, it's going to automatically open up and turn on. Thermostat is above that, so push the mode button. There's my fan. I can adjust the fan speeds if I want. Push it again, there's my air, adjust temperature. One more time, there's my heat, adjust the temperature. And then one more time, this is in the off position. So if that's lit up, it's off. Fuses and breakers are down here. So all your breakers, and then below that, your fuses are in here. Your keys are on your sink. That's where they'll be when you pick up. You do have lights throughout, so don't have them all on. Standard turntable microwave. Your fan and light. Make sure that's it's open on the outside. And then your stovetop. You can use this as kind of a countertop. Otherwise, you're going to lift this up. It's going to fold in half. And now you can light your stovetop up. You're going to put it on light and then turn your igniter until it lights up. Your oven you're going to have to light manually. Put it on pilot, hold this in while you put a match or lighter down there and light that pilot light up. When you bring this down, you do want to lift it up first and then pull it forward. Otherwise you can bend it. So be careful of that. Your refrigerator is gas or electric. All the instructions are right inside the freezer door. But if you have it on auto mode, it's going to go to electricity first. If it can't find the electricity, it's going to switch to propane automatically. So you don't have to do anything with it. You can have this button out and it's gas only. If that check light comes on, it means it cannot find the gas. So make sure it's not turned off or empty. TV, remote. Good storage in here. There's some more remotes in there. You have one for your fireplace. You do have a DVD player up here, so the remote for that is in that cupboard as well. All your hookups. There's some lines. The TV does swivel out. There's your hookups right behind it. And then your fireplace. This is electric only. So turn it on. You have a switch up here. And then your remote. With your remote you can adjust the flames. You have a timer on here. So this is a nice space heater. It is electric only, like I said, but it does give off some good heat. So if you're not paying for electricity at a park, it gets a little chilly, don't turn your propane on. Keep your furnace off. Just turn this on. This will heat it up nicely in here. You do have more lights up there if you need them. Your air conditioner, you can open this up and it'll cool it off quicker in here in this area. Otherwise, you close this and you have more pressure through your vents. So cool it off quicker in the front. All the ceiling vents there are for your air conditioner. Any vents you see along the floor are going to be for your furnace. So you have one right down there. Probably can't see it very well in this video, sorry. Your recliners, notice the position they're in right now. That's how you'll want them before you close your slides. Because if they're turned the other way, the slides will hit them. So be wary of that. Another vent right down there. But you do have the recliners here. And then your couch. Your couch is a tri-fold sofa. It does turn into a bed. So just remove the cushions off the back. And lift up on the front. There's actually a strap here. Pull towards you. Bring the legs down. So it's going to look something like that. And then you take the back and pull it forward. This will go down. So you have a nice bed here if you want it. Table and chairs. Chairs have some storage under them. You do have a latch right here. Goes right there, so this isn't swinging while you're traveling. But these do go up. And you can bring the table out because you do have another extension on that side as well. Push button lights on these. And on the wall there. Nice island. All your instructions and everything, your manuals are in here. Couple bar stools. All right, and then right down here you have your carbon monoxide LP detector. Head up to the bathroom. Light switch is here. Foot pedal flush, halfway down brings water in, all the way down will flush. You have a vent and a fan here, so just crank this up and then turn your fan on. Actually, one of these switches is probably for the fan. There we go. So just be sure, if it's raining, you might want to close this. Actually, you don't have to because you do have a max air cover on there. So you could leave that open all the time if you wanted. Right here you have a latch for travel, or if you just want to lock somebody in there. Otherwise, nice big shower. GFI plug right here. You have latch for the sliding door for travel right here. Storage underneath the bed. Not a lot, but there is some storage. Remote there, hookups. That green light back there, that is your antenna booster. You want to make sure that is on if you want local channels. There's a button next to that green light. Turns it on and off. You need to have that on for antenna, off if you're connected with cable or satellite. Your antenna's right here, so it just cranks up and down. It tells you which direction to turn it. Don't forget to bring it down before you travel. And you are pre-wired for a second air conditioner. That's why you are 50 amp. So right there's the wiring is in the ceiling. Air conditioner will go where this vent is. Otherwise, you do have the vent. Just crank it open. This one, you do want to make sure it's down before you travel, or if it's going to rain, because it will rain in here. Latches for travel here and there. And another one here. So you do have the hookup for washer dryer, and you have a vacuum hose in there. And that is the bedroom. So underneath your step, you have your vacuum. Put your hose in there, and you also have a spot, your dustpan feature, so you can turn the vacuum on here and just sweep your dirt right into it. I believe that's everything in here. So if you have any questions after you watch this video, just let us know. We'll be happy to answer them. I do want to thank you for purchasing at TerryTown. We appreciate your business, and congratulations.